Hey everyone, just let me give you a sneak peek what we are going to cover in this particular lesson. So the OpenAI has launched Agent Builder. This is the no-code workflow builder. So we'll be using here OpenAI workflow to make an RAG system. So basically a financial RAG system we are going to make in the 10 minutes. And this is super simple. I have also provided the data set which you can get it from my GitHub repository. And thereafter you can just simply make your workflow and then you can ask the question. So here I had asked one of the simplest question like the show me the Google's earning data, and then it has searched my file system with the multiple questions, and then finally it has answered this correctly here. All these data, if you verify this data with the actual file, you will notice that this is 100% correct. So stay with this video. We are going to make how you can utilize OpenAI's Agent Builder to make the financial RAG system in less than 10 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this. Hi everyone. So recently OpenAI has launched here an Agent Builder. This Agent Builder is like a workflow process. You can use no-code method to build your own agent. You can do almost everything, whatever you can do with the N8N workflow, or you can use like any other tool like the LangGraph Studio, all those things. But here in case of the OpenAI Agent Builder, they have provided drag and drop methods to connect multiple nodes like the agent, vector store, and all these things. So in this particular lesson, I'm going to show you how you can use the OpenAI Agent Builder to build your own RAG quickly. So you need to head over to the platform.openai.com agent builder, and in the agent builder you need to create here a workflow. Once you click on the create a workflow, you will notice here by default it will have start and the my agent and some introductory part video. I'm just going to close that. Apart from that, here at the left side here you will see the core nodes. So the nodes you have here the agent, end, and the node. You also have here the file search, guardrail, MCP, APIs logic, while, user approval, and some data logics here. All right, so to build your RAG, what do you need? You need an agent, also you need their file search. So the one thing here you have to pay attention in the OpenAI workflow, that in the workflow, it always starts with the start node. So this is where user query comes in. Here, as you see, input variable named as input as text data here. All right. If you double click on this one, or you can add here the more variables, like you can click on the numbers, boolean, object, list, all these things. By default, it has selected here input variable as a text only, which we need here. So our input is going to be the text variable. And then by default, it has connected with one node that is as the agent. So you can name it here as RAG agent, let's say. So I say that this is going to be my RAG agent, and this is going to be the system prompt for my agent, or you can say the instruction for my agent. As you know here, fundamentally in any kind of the agent, basically you need here three things. You need a prompt, you need LLM, you need here the tools. So in case of the LLM here in your agent builder, we are already using here GPT-5 model, but you can select any of these models. So that is going to be the LLM, and this one is going to be your system prompt. And here you can also add here the tool. All right, so these are the fundamental things with the agents, as you see here. All right, let me just do it something like this probably, then it would make a little bit more sense. So I'm just gonna send it to back. All right, so this is your agent. You can say that this is my agent here. Perfect. Now I hope that this is pretty much clear to you what we are going to build here. So first of all, here I say that you are helpful AI assistant who always try to answer query by searching file systems. You work as RAG agent, let's say. Perfect. So this is my instruction here. If you want to add additional context, you can add those context as well. Like in the instruction, you want to add your input context or input variables So you can add those as well. For example, let's say if you want to refer inside this instruction your input variable, you can refer those, something like that as well. Thereafter, I'm going to use here one of the small model, let's say the GPT-5 Nano I'm going to use, so that the cost I can minimize basically. Reasoning impact is going to be the none, and the output format I want here as the running text data. Thereafter, inside the tool, now I can add here the file search, I can add the MCP server. If I have some remote MCP server, I can add that, or code interpreter. So I want to add here the file search. So in the file search, I need to upload here some of the files so that I can create a vector store, and then I can connect with my agent. So basically, if this agent you want to make this agent to work as the RAG. So this tool, what tool you have here currently, you can say that here I'm gonna add a file search basically. All right, so we are just going to provide here a file search. Let's say this is going to be like this, and then this file search and the tool, all these are going to be connected together so that our agent can search the file. So I already have a file, and you can get that file from my GitHub repository as well. So you need to just come here and then search the RAG dataset. All right, so this is the open source repository which I have published here as a public repository. There you will get all the dataset. You can just simply download it. All right, so once you download, you will get all these data sets. So I have some finance data set here in the Facebook folder. I also have here inside the Amazon, inside the Google. You can upload the multiple documents as well if you want, but here I'm going to test here with single document. So I come here, and thereafter I need to go RAG dataset, and then I'm just gonna go inside the finance, but you can explore others as well, like you have here many other files, but let me just choose here the Google one. So I choose here a Google 10Q dataset here. This is a financial dataset. As you see here, the number of pages seems like quite large here. So we have at least 53 pages. So all these are going to be the ingested here. All right. So a vector store will be created here. Thereafter, I'm just going to simply attach this with my agent here. So this particular tool is attached now. As you see here now, the tool is going to be the attached this one. But if you also want to choose here a vector store in a file search, you can also choose here the another vector store. I do not have any vector store. That is why the vector store ID is not coming here. But if you click here in the vector stores, then you can also upload your files here, and then you can permanently keep your files here. All right, perfect. Okay, so this is something which I had just uploaded some times back. So this is going to be the untitled vector store as it is named here. And this is the file which I have currently inside this. But if you want to put here that, then I can say that here finance vector store. So this is going to be the name here, and there if you notice there it was asking about the ID. So you can provide your vector store ID as well. So it says that vector store already attached here. So this particular vector store is already attached here. But if you have a multiple vector store, then you can also attach here the multiple vector store. All right, so that's all you have to do here. But if you want to choose the output format, so currently it is by default as the text, but you can select here the JSON or the widget, any kind of the widget you want to select here. And the other things are going to be as a by default here. All right, as you see here, everything here, continue on the error, enable caching the error when your LLM fails. When disabled, the workflow will stop whenever the LLM call fails. Currently, we are going to stop it, but let's say if there is the error, then you want to continue. So LLM will try to solve that error. Then you can enable this particular part in that case here. All right, then you can say that what it is going to do on success and then what it is going to do on the error. For now, I'm just going to disable this. All right, perfect. So that's all you have to do here. Once that part is done, then what you have to do here, you have to verify your organization. So click on that. Then you need to come here. All right. Then you have to verify your organization. So let me just verify this, and then I'll come back. So as you see here that they are doing a lot of, the verification process. So I'm just going to complete all these verification process. So I say that, okay, begin verifying this. So finally, after verifying my identity, only after it was able to allow me to run my agent workflow. So after the verification, then what I do here, I come here at the organization part, and then I suppose that my verification is done. So this particular thing, now I should not be getting here. So what I do here, then I need to go back into my workflow. Let me just see that how I can go in my workflow. All right. So what I try here, let me just find out where is that. Let me just go back and then see. Go back here. Then I can just refresh this so that it can take the effect of my verification process here. All right. Perfect. Now, as you see here, this preview is now enabled. Once that preview is enabled, thereafter, I'm just going to click on that. Then it is saying that test the workflow. And then I just say that hello, first of all here, that then it is going to show me here all the process. So this is the start here. It comes here, then the reasoning process start here. And then here it says that what would you like me to do? Find the answer to question based on the document, summarize the document, extract the date, etc. So what I want here that I want to extract the earning details. So what I say here that show me Google's earning data. Let's go ahead and see what it is going to do. So it starts here and then it says that sorry about that, retry request, etc. Error has happened, but let me just try it again and then see what happened here. So I do it again. Now you see here that this particular agent is getting executed. So sometimes you might get the error that is expected as it is quite new here. Now it is trying to answer my query by searching the file system which I had uploaded earlier. So what it has done here, it has actually rephrased my question into the multiple sub questions like what are Google's earning data, what are the Google earning data, Alphabet quarterly earning, Google's revenue and net income data, Alphabet financial results earning, all these things. All right. Thereafter, it has got the result here. So as you see here, Google's earning data pulled from the Alphabet Q 2024 Form 10Q data. And then you see here the 3 months data. So it says that this is going to be the total earning in the 3 month, 9-month earning is this much. And here it has this particular source. So this is the net income in the 3 month, in the 9 month, all these. If you want to verify this particular thing, what you are currently seeing here, then you can come here in the Google and then let's go ahead and open this. So the first thing which you notice here that in this particular thing that this is the 10Q document and you are getting there the 10Q document. And thereafter the EPS, you see the $2.212. Let's go ahead and search that EPS quickly here so that we can verify that. If we can find out that EPS, so currently that is not shown, but if I remove the dollar, I can quickly see here that here is the EPS 2.12. And other than that, here the revenue, you will notice here that it's the $76 billion, and the 9-month ended revenue here is $253 billion. Let's go ahead and come here and then you can verify that here $253 billion 9-month ended, the 3-month ended this much. All right. Now, as you can see here that it is able to extract the data correctly. So congratulations, without any kind of the coding, you have built successfully an RAG system for you. So this OpenAI Agent Builder platform is going to change the way we make our agent. And it is also going to change the way we work with our in workflow or any other kind of the agentic AI workflow, which works without any kind of the coding. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have liked this video, please do not forget to subscribe this channel. Also, if you have any doubts, you can comment below. And if you want to try out any specific workflow, just comment below. I would try to make that specific workflow for you. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.